Hello, hello. If you are here already, welcome, 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 welcome. How are you? How are you? It is Saturday night and it is Blind Buy Volume 7. So if you like blind buys and you watch this in the replay, go ahead and stay tuned because I got a bunch of them, about 16, and we're going to go over and see what I think about them. Are they worth buying again? Should I have bought the whole bottle? Could I have passed on it? Was it good, bad, or meh? We'll see. So if you are, hey, Kelly, hi, Francine. Let me create a banner right quick. Hold on. So this is our 7th edition of this, and we're going to see how I did. And do you all need to get some of these? All right. So let me add that. Let me show it. And we are ready to go. Hey, Kelly Anderson. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Pam. How are you? All right. So I got about 16 of them that I bought recently, in the last month, or maybe two. I would say about 2 months it's been. Let's go with 2 months. I wasn't that bad. Okay, so let me get into Fragrantica because, I'm going to try to give y'all some notes and everything because I'm trying to be a better YouTuber about things, and follow some protocols, some of these things we supposed to do and everything. And it's Saturday night, y'all. And we all at home as usual. The good thing is, though, for us, for the people like me who really wasn't going out, hi Drea, that weren't going out that much on Saturdays, we have an excuse now. The COVID keeps us in. Now can't nobody say, "Ooh, they ain't got no life." Ain't nobody got a life now. Shouldn't have a life. How about that? So let's say an amen to no life for everybody. Teen as in 16, what do you mean? Oh, 16, yeah. Hi, Pat. Hi. All right. So before we get started, let me do my shameless plug for my channel memberships. So if you are looking for a little more interesting conversations, more different topics that I don't cover on the main part of the channel, you want to join the whatever this is called. What is it called? You want to join us in the membership side because it's about to get hot. We're about to talk about some good stuff. All right. Kelly Houston, thank you for becoming a member. Yay. So I'm setting up a Google Classroom because I'm a teacher. So we got to have a Google Classroom, and it's fun. Oh, damn it. So, hey, Maria, how are you? Oh, Perfume's girl. Yeah, it's like 16. Yeah, it's about 16. Okay. I mean, because listen, if I buy stuff, it's pretty much a blind buy. Now, I can honestly say that this is pretty much all really affordable things that I bought recently. So, pretty much this whole thing, looking at everything, I don't think I paid over $100 for anything that I'm going to be talking about. So there we go. So let me say that. So now let's talk about that right now. Let's just talk about that. So I don't have any bads. Looking at them, I don't have any bads. I got some muds. So so we don't have bads this month, but we do have some meds. So let's start with the meds. And then we're going to get into all the goods. So let me open this up and get you all the notes because I don't want somebody to say, well, what's the notes to that? And then I can't answer you. Don't you hate when your bra strap just don't want to stay there and it's just sliding down your arm? Slide down your shoulder, trying to go to your arm and try to make you look like you some kind of, slovenly, trifling, just trying to make you look bad. All right, so here's the first one. Which one is this? Okay. Here, hey, Melissa. See, that's what I'm saying. Not everyone was a blind buy. I have some that I actually smelled beforehand, Pam, but the majority, yeah. All right, so here, this is V Canto's Maston. This is a meh. And now let me give you all the notes and why it's a meh. So the notes are oud, saffron, rose, and cardamom. Middle notes are whitewood, orris, cedar, rose, orange blossom, and jasmine. Base notes are ambergris, blackwood, oud, sand, and musk. Hi, Venese. Now, my lipstick ladies are in. Hey, lipstick ladies. Now let me tell you why this is a must. It really on paper sounds like something that I was gonna love, right? Hi, Leah. I didn't see you in here. It really on paper sounds like something I was gonna love, like something I was gonna be like, yes. You know, it's got oud, it's got orange blossom, it's got jasmine, it's got rose. It should hit all my bells and whistles. Here's the thing about this. It's really light. It doesn't smell bad. It's not like baby. See what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Black Orchid fan either. So I'm with you, Venese. But so anyway, yeah, so this is like, it kind of smells like, okay, like starch to me, like, you know, clothing starch when you're about to spray some spray starch and iron your clothes. It kind of low-key, hi, Emmy, it kind of low-key has that scent to me. Now, to be quite honest, it's not something that I'm buying wearing, but it's just like, oh no, from like a oud standpoint, you know, it's like, it's not one of my best ouds. And I was hoping that it would, like, you know, just sit in some place in my oud collection. I'd be like, yeah, this is the oud I need. This is the oud I want. But it didn't. So, yeah. Like I said, it's not a bad fragrance. It just doesn't project out that much. It's very close to your skin. It's very subtle. And I'm not a subtle chick. I'm not a subtle chick at all. Hey, Kia. So that's the first meh. All right, so let's go to the next meh. And I know people gonna be like, what? Because people talking about this and they're like, oh my God, it's so good. Oh, the bottle is beautiful. I like the Vicanto bottles. Now there's a couple more that I want to try. And the other one is a great one. But it's like, okay. All right, so this is the next meh. Dre gonna be like, no. Cashmere by Chopard. This has apricot, coconut, raspberry, mango, black currants, and bergamot. Middle notes are cinnamon, carnation, mandarin orange, geranium, jasmine, lily of the valley. Base notes are vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, opoponax, amber, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. Now, you know, let me tell you something. Chopard has a tendency to use 17,000 notes in a fragrance. They really do. Because Wish is like this. Wish has 72 damn much. And so now let me tell you why this is a meh to me. I know you're going to say that, Drea. It's nice. It's pretty. But on me, it just doesn't sing. It doesn't do anything. So like the scent, so like on paper, it smells beautiful. It's nice and sweet. You know, it's got a sweetness to it. It's like, it's okay. But on me, it just like lays flat on me. It's like, oh, okay. You put on some cashmere. It's nothing like, oh, yes. And you know, because for me, sometimes I like fragrances to, God damn it. I like fragrances to like just do it for me. Now, the funny thing is what the hell? I got stuff hanging off of me. I almost bought the 30 mil, but it was like, yeah, it was right. See, that's what I'm saying. Right. There we go. Hi, Taffy. Hey, Helen. See, it was, yeah. And I think, and let me say this, because I've been hearing so much about cashmere, probably I came in thinking, okay, this is going to be real cute. And it was just like, oh, this is cashmere. Oh, okay. So it was just like, Now, the pricing is excellent, because I think the 30 mil was like 19, and then this was 27. This is 100 mil. So I was like, hey, Helen. So I was just like, okay, well, just in case I like it, I might as well just go and spend the $27, because I would have hated to bought the 30 mil, loved it, and been like, damn it, Louise. So yeah. Now, what I will say is I'm going to keep it. I probably use this as samples a lot because I think it's good. I think that people will like it. It just wasn't that great to me. All right. Next up is this. Okay. On my meh routine. Okay, so let me do this one. What is this? Okay, this is what the name. Look ahead. Think about the name of it. All right, so here's this. This is Midnight Amber. See? Oh, wait, before we go in there, see what I'm saying, Drea? That's what I'm talking about. It's pretty, but it's nothing that goes, oh man, that just have you going, yes. I got a few of those in here. Okay, this is Midnight Amber by Oscar de la Renta. Okay, now this is an EDT, and I rarely buy EDTs. That's number one. But okay, so now this is Wild Strawberry, Nutmeg, and Madagascar Vanilla. Middle notes are rose, jasmine, and tuberose. Rose, jasmine, and tuberose. I saw that. I was like, oh, shit. It has oud, amber, and Indonesian patchouli. So the notes are lovely. The notes sing to me. They say, Lou, you know you want me. And I said, you know I want to try it. And it was super cheap. You know, it's Oscar de la Renta. You can't go wrong. I mean, super cheap, right? Hey, Unique. But it's a mess for me because it smells so pretty. Let me tell you something. It smells so pretty. But when I put it on, it just kind of dies on me. I don't know. It smells good on paper. It smells good when I put it on, but it's just like, it just disappears on me. It lasts pretty decent because it is EDT. Now, the reason why I bought it, because I rarely buy EDTs, is because I read the reviews and everybody said, oh, it's long lasting. So it's nice, but here's why I say it's a meh, because I have Oscar de la Renta Velvet Noir, and they're very similar. So it's like I have two almost the same thing, even though they have different notes. When I smell them, they're very similar. They both have oud and everything. And so now I'm like, do I need them both? So I'm debating them both and trying to decide which one do I want, because I think they're both nice. Baby, I love it when they sing to me. When they sing to me, I'm all happy and stuff, you know. So this one is nice, but it just didn't. I'm going back and forth, and I'm still debating. Hi, Kristen. Right. So it smells nice, but it doesn't give me the same resonance vibe, you know, that it does on paper. So I'm not going to say this isn't good, because it is, but it's just not, you know, it just don't work for me. All right. So that's that one. Ouch. Okay. So this is the last meh of my group, isn't it? Yeah. Last meh of my group. All right. So then this one. Let me get y'all some notes. Let me drink some water, though, because I'm thirsty. Do y'all have a non-dose? I'll talk about that after I'm done, because y'all know I get called. Okay. This one right here, I'm kind of sad that it's a meh, but I'll tell you why it's a meh. Okay, this is Taif by Ormond Jane. Now, you know, Taif, I was like, ooh, Taif. You know, you hear about these things, you hear about these brands and, you know, these niche houses, and they're just so, you know, everybody's like, you know, they just holding them up. They holding them up like on a pedestal. You know, if they had balls, they would be holding those. Yes, I said it just like that. But so this has pink pepper, saffron, and dates. Taif Rose, Freesia, Jasmine, and Orange Blossom. Base notes are Amber and Broom. One of the things is I love the Taif Rose. Since I've had a few things with Taif in it, I've really enjoyed it. Here's the issue for me with this. Number one, when you spray it on, it is like a blast of pepper. Now, it only lasts like maybe a minute, but it's a blast of pepper. A blast of pepper. Now, after that, the scent becomes beautiful. It really does, but it does not last. It's maybe 2 hours. And this is like, now I got it at a decent price, but for the quality that everyone says, hey, Alicia, for it being Ormond Jane, the price point, the retail price for this, no, it needs to last longer than 2 hours. It's coming off. It's coming off like a Joe Malone. And you know what I think about Joe Malone? Overpriced damn body spray. So this is like a little bit better than Joe Malone, but it is so pretty. I really love it, and that's why it's a meh. And I'm disappointed in it because it just does not last. It's like in 2 hours, I'm like, where'd it go? And I have to spray some more. I would go through this thing so fast it would be ridiculous. Oh, I'm gonna still wear it though because I think it's beautiful. Now let me say this: I'm still gonna wear it, but I wouldn't rebuy it. And now it makes me question if I want to try anymore because I'm like, well, are they all gonna be this? They ain't gonna last no time on me. So that's why I'm conflicted because I like it and I want to try more from the house. But then I'm like, but if they're all like this and they're expensive, I don't know. So that's why I'm conflicted with that one. All right, so now the rest are good. So I'm gonna grab this one first, and I'm not gonna talk a lot about this one because this is going to be in the upcoming video. This is L'Entrée EDT. Right. Well, it is Joe Malone money actually. Oh no, this Ormond Jane is Joe Malone money, but I didn't pay Joe Malone. I didn't pay as much. So this is L'Entrée Intense. This is good. However, I'm not going to go deep into it because I'm going to talk about it in a video because I'm about to do a video. Hey, Coco, that comparing all the L'Entrée line and which one do you want, which is the best to me, things like that. So I'm just going to say it's good, but I'm not going to tell y'all nothing about it. All right. Let me go into this one. Let me find this one right quick because this is going to take. Now, this one right here. Let me get this one going. Hey, everybody. Okay. I still haven't bought those. Ooh. How do I have some? Oh, that's when I was playing on here. Look, I got a card on here that's $764. And the yeah, the bottle is real cute. But it was when we were doing that fantasy card because I'm like, why do I have a $764? This is this is what? No, that wasn't on the list. That was on the good list. It was just that's my first. That's on the good list. Okay. Oops, I got stuff hanging on to me. Okay, so let me write this. Okay, this is the next one right here. Now, this right here is called Rayanat Al Oud. This is by a company called Rihanna. I cannot find anything on them. I don't know. All I know is it was on Fragrance X. So, sometimes Fragrance X is really, they're kind of good for giving you like these off brands that's hard to find anything on. What is my lip color? This is NYX Slip Tease Lip Lacquer in Hotel Dreams. Y'all ain't got these. I'm just saying. Y'all need these in your life. No. That's a good. It's just I'm not gonna talk about it a lot. So I'm not gonna talk about these. Yeah, okay. If y'all ain't trying these are nice. These are the Slip Tease lip lacquers. Y'all need to try these out. They have a really good range. You know, NYX has a really good range of lip colors. This is going to be on my nude lips, one of the nude lips ones. Yeah, with my glosses, because this is more my glossy ones. All right. So this is this. And now what the top notes on this are plum and strawberry and ginger. Heart is heliotrope, vanilla orchid, and cocoa. And then the base is musk, coffee, patchouli, and amber. Okay. Now, I was pleasantly surprised. And let me tell you, this thing is so inexpensive. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. Now, and part of the reason why I tried this one is because this is one of the few, Dainty Days. I have Dainty Days. Isn't that one of it's a tube lipstick? It's one of the ones with the heart on it. Isn't it, Kia? So the reason why I chose this one, because I looked at them because they have a whole lot of them, but it's Rihanna, R-I, let me put it in here for you guys. So that's the name of the brand. Peanut brittle. But let me tell you, this is so pretty. It's sweet. It's got the sweetness to it, a little spice with that ginger, but it's just really gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, see, Kia, let me tell you something. You should look up some of my old videos. I don't know if I had Dainty Days then, but I actually did when they first came out. I did the first dozen NYX swatches because I will swatch. I told y'all I buy a whole range. I'm known for that. So especially on the drugstore side. So I saw them. I was like, "Oh, these are cute." Bought all of them, and then I did a swatch video. Yes, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have Dainty Days. So I want to get some more on them because I think I want to update it. But anyway, so like I said, the problem is that you can't find the notes. It's hard to find the notes. So I grabbed this one because this actually had the notes listed. And let me tell y'all, this is so pretty. It lasts so long. I don't know why they got oud in it because there is no oud in here. And this stuff is so nice. Ooh, this is so nice. Yeah, I did it like a couple of years ago. I'm saying this thing is $25 on Fragrance X. So it's worth it. That in itself makes it good, but it actually does last long and it's really pretty on. It's got that sweetness to it, but the florals bring it down a little bit. So it's not candy sweet or cotton candy or anything like that. The florals kind of balance it out, and then you get a slight dryness from that cocoa. So yeah, it does it for me. It hits it all. It hits it all. Okay, then let's go with this one. Yeah, I went through them, and then when I saw that one had, and when I see these brands on Fragrance X, I try to look them up, try to find some information, and some of them you just cannot find any because there's one I just happened on, and I think the brand kind of went out of business because I can't find anything on it. It's very weird. I don't know. Okay, so next up is this. It's hot in my room. Now, see, this is what this is my life. Is that it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold in my house. Okay. So let me look up this one. Oh shoot. Okay, so here it is. This is Judith Lieber Minadar Oud. Now I gotta say I really like the bottle. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get another one. I saw another one I'm probably gonna get of Rihanna or whatever. I think there's one more that I'm thinking about getting. All right, so this one is raspberry, rose, and plum. iris, vanilla, orchid, and black pepper, oud, incense, and amber. Y'all, this thing is inexpensive as hell because it is Judith Lieber, and it is so pretty. This, okay, so let me say why Midnight Amber is a meh, is because I got these at the same time and they're kind of vibe the same way. You know what I'm saying? They've got that oud, you know, fruity oud kind of vibe. And this is a better version of that. So like with Midnight Amber and this one is the better one of the two. Last on the skin is the Eau de Parfum. It smells so good. It's very good. And I love it because it's got this fruitiness to it. The oud does come out, but you definitely get that raspberry and plum. And then it just, you know, settles down, get a little spicy, and that oud starts coming out. It is really pretty. It's a really nice, delicious fragrance. It's very much a gourmand for oud for the wintertime, you know, but it's the oud isn't as strong, you know. It is, of course, probably a synthetic oud, but I'm going to say that it's just enough oud for it to be very ladylike, because we know that Judith Lieber is very ladylike, very, you know, lady, you know, feminine fragrances. But this, honestly, I could see men wearing it too because it has that plum and raspberry. Yes, I love her over the top bottles. I love a little Judith Lieber just over the top, looking like one of her purses bottles. And it's just, it really is a good, for like my ouds, I really like it because it speaks and it's very inexpensive. It's a really good, if you want an oud, but you ain't trying to spend all that money, it's a really good one if you like gourmands. So if you like fruity scents, that's a perfect one because it's an oriental, so it's a spicy, got a little, you know, incensiness to it, little spiciness to it, but and the amber, but it's really a really sweet, fruity oud, which I really like. Is it a safe blind buy? I would think so. Yes, and the reason, and I'm not big on saying safe blind buys because I feel like if you scared of blind buying, you shouldn't buy stuff like this. Hi, Miss V. But I think it would be safe because it has enough fruitiness in it where if you like things that are fruity, if you like a fruity, you know, like a fruity fragrance, it'll give you that, but it'll also give you a little elevation with the oud and the amber and, you know, the pepper and everything. So it'll elevate from just being a fruity fragrance to something that has a little depth to it. Right. See that? There we go. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I like that. That's what I like. Okay, we're gonna go there. Right. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, so that is what I like about it. So that makes it good. And on my skin, baby, it smells so good. I was just like, oh, I smell all delicious. I'm delicious today. I'm delicious. That's my word for today. Delicious. Just so y'all know. I think sometimes I'm gonna have a word when I come on. Like this is gonna be the word for the day. Delicious. All right, next up is this one. What is that? Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this one first because Nope. That's gonna go in that line. That's gonna go in that lineup. That's gonna go up in that lineup. Okay, so here we go. Let me give you this one. This one up next is Blue Silk by Agent Provocateur. Now, Blue Silk is, what is this, darling? It has juniper, pink pepper, lemon and mandarin orange, cinnamon, rose, jasmine, and nectarine. And then it has sandalwood, vetiver, tonka bean, and musk. Okay. I'm praying for you, girl. Hope. Let's keep hope alive for you to get that PS5. So, Now, most of us know Agent Provocateur for Fatale Intents, which that's one of my favorites. It's, it's that sexy cuddle, cuddling fragrance, right? So this one, when I was looking, I said, okay, I want to try another one because they're very inexpensive. The Agent Provocateurs you can find very inexpensive. So I was like, okay, I want to find another one. So I was looking through the ones I could find, and this is the one that I was looking, and it had a really good rating, and it was just like, oh, let me try it. Now, the thing that was like, I don't know, was the juniper, because I'm not a fan of juniper, because juniper is what they make gin out of, and I can't stand the smell of gin. So I'm not a huge fan of juniper, but this I love. This is this very, it's a very classic, very, daytime friendly, work time friendly vibe. I'm telling you, this smells like clean laundry. This smells like, when you start some stuff, it smells like you clean. It smells like, you just gotten out the shower, you had this like really refreshing soap on you, and this is what it smells like. So that's what it smells like on you. And it's really good. And I really have been enjoying it. Like I said, it's one of them things that, you just put on just to run out the house. If you just want to throw on some perfume and you go into the grocery store, or you run into Popeyes to get your chicken strips, your spicy chicken strips with some Cajun rice and some biscuits. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and that's it. That's so interesting because their undergarments are so expensive, but they're fragrance. But if you think about it, Pam, same thing goes for La Perla. La Perla is a very expensive brand, but their fragrances you could get for like nothing. I know you've been trying to get that PS5 for a minute. So this is, and the juniper berry gives it a really crisp, refreshing note to it. So it's kind of herbaceous, but in a good way, because I don't normally like herbaceous things. But this is herbaceous in a Lulu approved way, because herbaceous tends to be a little too it's just a little too masculine. A lot of the when they say herbaceous, them lavenders and everything. Okay, my bra don't want to stay on, y'all. It's just, for me, it'll be like, what is this? What? No, I don't like it. But this one wears really well. So, like, for me, it's a fresh one, but it's not too fresh. Now, the thing on it doesn't last long on me. However, I did spray it on a scarf just to see. It did last on the scarf. So like the next day it was still on there, because my skin can eat up some fragrance. But at the price point, I could just respray it. The difference is with Ormond Jane. Ormond Jane is a niche, and it's a very expensive niche. So I feel like it should last me for 4 hours. I don't need it to last 8 hours, 10 hours, because it's a beast. It's a diva mode. But for me, it needs to last at least 4 hours. Because then, hey, Jonathan. Of course, men are welcome here. So it's like, so this is nice. Yeah, and the bottle is now the only thing I don't like on this bottle is it has, how Montal has the little piece right here that you pull away. This one had it, but it was so annoying that I took it off, because it was so annoying to get off. Like, how Montel has a little piece and you pull it off, and this was, it wasn't working for me right here. We all right now, Jonathan. Now, after I'm finished talking about fragrances, ain't no telling what's gonna come out my mouth that might have you running up out of here. So I'm just giving you the heads up. So while I'm talking about fragrance, you might want to stay. But then if I get to talking about other stuff, you might be like, you know what? Because you never know what's gonna come out of my mouth on a Saturday night. I'm just giving you a heads up. Right. Right. Beat it like Katana, girl. Honey, it will beat it up like Katana. That's what I'm talking about, Pam. So now the next one on the good list is this one. All right. This is Magnificat by V Canto. Now, honestly, people have been sleeping on this. People have been sleeping on this. This thing is so good. This is top notes are amber, rose, and lang. Middle notes are amber, cotton candy, sandalwood, and geranium. It's incense, benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. This is such. This is a scrumptious gourmand. Hi, Jackie. How are you? This is a scrumptious gourmand. It's just one of those things that make you feel, but it's not. But let me say this. This is a sophisticated gourmand. Not only is it a gourmand, but it's a sophisticated gourmand because the bottle itself is freaking just ridiculously gorgeous. What do I have on here? Don't you be getting stuff on you, honey. It's blue velvet. It's just ridiculously gorgeous. Gorgeous. But it is a sophisticated gourmand because it doesn't come off too sweet. It doesn't come off too, this is what I'm looking at, this damn thing right here. Okay, it doesn't come off too, what the hell is going on with me? Okay, no, that's nothing. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm seeing a shadow. It doesn't come off too sweet. It has this level of, sweetness and spiciness that just does something to you. And so that's why this is like a sophisticated gourmand. It's not a gourmand that's just like, oh yeah, it's a gourmand. It's so sweet. It smells cozy and everything. It has that sophisticated coziness to it. This is Magnificat by Vicanto. This is sitting by the fireside with your boo, with your significant other, drinking hot toddies, or, a beautiful spiked hot chocolate, sure can. A nice spiked Magnificat, spiced hot chocolate, or, just this, and you just, you're sitting there and you're not doing anything but just cuddling and by the fire and just enjoying each other's essence. We're not talking, you ain't even talking too much. You're just sitting there, you're drinking your little drinks, your little warm drinks, and you are just in each other's essence, just breathing each other in, just cuddling, kind of almost dozing off. Ugh, that's Magnificat. And it's super inexpensive. Yeah, it has a tiny bit of incense in the base. It does have that. But it's just like very, it just screams, a Saturday night in, watching a movie by the fire, just hanging out and just, not a whole lot of conversation, because y'all don't need to have a lot of conversation to be connected. That's what Magnificat is. It's one of those, it's not expensive though. It was expensive, but you can get it super cheap now. So I'm telling y'all, it's about to sell out too. I'm telling y'all, it's so inexpensive. When you see how much it is, it's under $100. You're going to be like, oh shit. Because there's a few of them I want to get. I see you said it right. It's expensive. You didn't have to fix it. It's expensive. I got it. It's expensive. All right. Let's do this one. And then I'm going to get to the ones I have more. Oh, I'm going to do this one right quick because I don't feel like looking up these. But here's this one. And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm irritated with it, though. All right. This is Lattafa's Oud for Glory. Oud for Glory. If y'all don't know, I did do a comparison of this to Initio's Oud for Greatness because clearly Lattafa was, letting the world know I am copying y'all. Deal with it. Right. See, that's what I'm saying, Melissa. So Lattafa was like, I am copying y'all, deal with it. And if you are into ouds and if you are into ouds, if you are into like that, that strong, just in your face. It's a oud, but it's sweet. It's got a sweet spiciness to it, but it's definitely a oud. And you were looking at Initio's Oud for Greatness, and that was in then you need to get this because this is Ooh for Greatness for a lot less. So I'm just saying, so if you were thinking about it, if you were interested in it, ain't no reason to get it. You might as well just go and get this right here and be done with it. Just be done with it. Just go and get this and just call it a day, because it is so good. I'm not even going to front. The damn thing is good and it's worth it. The only thing I'm mad about is that after I paid what I paid for it, it was on Fragrance Buy for $29. So yeah, I'm irritated. But hey, even at the price I paid, but even at the price I paid, it was worth it. So even though I paid more than $29, it was still worth it, the price that I paid for it, because I really do like it. And I think that, and because I had Ooh for Greatness to compare it to, it's really not worth spending the extra money to say you have Initio. You might as well get this. All right, so that's Ooh for Glory. And then we're going to do this one. Were you able to get yours, Kia, from Fragrance Buy, or did you wind up getting off of Amazon? Okay, so now we got this right here. Now, this is technically a swap, but I never smelled it, so it's still a blind buy. So I got rid of my Cocoa by Chanel, because even though it is my very first big girl fragrance and it has such memories for me, yeah, on me now it smells like hair. It smelled like Posner hair grease, so I had to get rid of it. So I got White Patchouli by Tom Ford. I did a swap for Tom Ford White Patchouli. This has white flowers, coriander, peony, and bergamot, ambrette, rose, and jasmine, patchouli, incense, and woody notes. I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't know what to expect. Because, I'm not the biggest Tom Ford fan. Tom Ford has a tendency to not smell good to me. But this one I like. It still kind of has that Black Orchid kind of vibe to it. It kind of has that Black Orchid vibe to me. But it's still a little more suggestive. It's a little more glamorous, where Tom Ford Black Orchid smells like baby aspirin to me. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So the thing is, and that's just the truth, that Cocoa smells like Posner's hair grease to me now. Now, back in the day when I was wearing it at 18, it didn't smell like that, but that was 1985. Now, in 2020, it smelled like Posner's hair grease on me. So, I got this White Patchouli, and I'm pleasant. I have not tried Orchid Soleil yet, and I said I was going to try it, but I don't want to buy it. I want to get a decant of it, because me and Tom don't get along that well. Because everybody loves that smell. Because the two things that I don't like by him that everybody loves is I don't like Noir Parfum. It smells terrible on me. It's got this kind of medicinal undertone to it that doesn't smell good to me. And Black Orchid, because Black Orchid smells like baby aspirin to me. I don't know, it smelled like baby aspirin. So this almost had that baby aspirin, but it doesn't. So you can't find the Ooh for Glory. It might be on Amazon, but Fragrance Buy ran out of it. They sold out. So I said, right. So maybe, right. Okay. So exactly. I don't know what they did to the reformulation, but the original Cocoa, because I got it when it first came out. It came out in like 1984, 85. That's when I got it. And it was beautiful. It smelled glorious on me. I was like the sophisticated 18-year-old rocking my Cocoa by Chanel. You couldn't tell me like nothing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Girl, yeah, no, Perfume smells. It has this medicinal undertone on my skin. I don't like it. I got rid of it. It's been gone. Bye-bye. Hi, Karen. But white patchouli I like. White patchouli kind of vibes like black orchid, but it's sweeter. It's a little spicier and the spices I can deal with. So I like it. I like it. Now we're going to see if I'm actually going to wear it, but I do like it. I think it's good. All right. So now we're going to head up into my Mancera. I think I'm going to have to do an updated Mancera soon. I think I'm going to do an updated Mancera of all the Manceras that I've gotten since I did the first 20. Because I've done, my first Mancera collection was 20. And I think I've gotten about 10 or something like that more since. I don't know. I can't keep up with how many I've gotten since then. But anyway, we're not going to go into that. All right. So first up, see, don't like black orchid. Come on, say it with me, Pam. Smells like baby aspirin. I'm telling y'all, it smells like baby aspirin. It really does. It reminds me of being a kid and that baby aspirin smell. All right, so this one is Oud Exclusive by Mancera. It has saffron, labdanum, pepper, and cumin, Bulgarian rose, violet, and patchouli, oud, and oriental notes. Hi, Eugenia. Party label. I've never heard of party label perfumes. This is a sexy hoe. It's just sexy. It's sexy. Now, this is not something you're gonna have a lot of sweet. It's spicy. It's very Middle Eastern, and it definitely gives you that Middle Eastern vibe to it. It's got a right. So it has this really sexy, it's very, to me, erotic, especially on a man. Oh man, I know this will smell. It's very seductive. It's got this kind of very suggestive vibe to it. This is one of those things when you're wearing it, and if you're just wearing it, it's going to attract people like, oh, is that her? Is that him? Because it has a very, of course, it's Mancera. It's very strong. The oud is very well blended in, so it's not too skanky. It's not barnyardy. Like, it's very well blended. It just gives you this beautiful resonance feel to it, and it's just very striking. So yes, this Oud Exclusive, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now this one. So let me get the notes up for this. Why am I not finding it? Okay, so let me get this up. Yeah. I mean, like Tom Ford is one of those houses where I would always suggest getting a decant or a sample of a Tom Ford. I don't think anybody should blind buy Tom Ford. Yeah. Okay, let me do this one, because I can't find the notes. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the one right here. This is Mancera Roses and Chocolate. This has peach, blackcurrant, mandarin orange, and bergamot, dark chocolate, rose, and violet, vanilla, white musk, and cedar. Okay. You want to test it out? This is definitely white patchouli is on my list. Oh, you saw Oud Exclusive? That's on my list. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh, I got to put this one on. Yeah, see? Okay, yes. Jasmine Rouge, that is his. Jasmine Rouge is beautiful. If you love jasmine, it's beautiful. What was the name of the one I just reviewed? I'll put it in. It was Oud Exclusive. And like you all know that my decants, you can always get them. Fahrenheit Man Cologne. And sorry, do you have Party Label perfumes? I don't know what Party Label perfumes is. Never smelled them. And if you mean Fahrenheit Man's Cologne, we'll talk about that later. So let me tell you about this one. This one is so much better on my skin than when I put it on paper. So when I just immediately tried it out on paper, it was not good. But I really like it now on my skin. And here's why I'm going to say that. This has a dark chocolate note. Dark chocolate is not for everybody. I love dark chocolate. So the scent of dark chocolate is really pretty to me. So what happened with this one is that even though it has a really prominent dark chocolate note, it became subtler on my skin. And then it was more about the roses and the Patti LaBelle. I don't know. Oh, Patti LaBelle perfume? I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe that's it. So what happened was it had a sweetness to it with the chocolate and the florals. So it became more about the sweet rose. You are good, Karen, because you probably got it right. It became more about the sweet rose, and then the chocolate was just a hint of dark chocolate on my skin. So it wound up being on my skin. It wound up being very pretty, but like just smelling it on paper, it stank to me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a Mancera I ain't gonna be featuring. But it actually on my skin smelled really good, and it took it, like, in the beginning it could be really harsh because you have to understand dark chocolate has a bitterness to it. So it comes off very bitter on top with the bitterness and the fruit. So it's like this bitter fruit kind of vibe. But I know that's what you were saying, that they didn't like it. So, for you got, see, it's all about me. But yeah, so once it started drying down, when it got to the mid and to the dry down, it became this lovely floral with a little hint of sweetness and a tad bit of chocolate. So that's why I like it now. I don't know if I'd be wearing it all the time. Right. Yeah. You got to try it on your skin. And because that's why, hey, Marilyn, how are you? Okay. And this is my last Mancera of the night. And then I got a couple more for y'all. This one is, right, so I ain't got nobody. I gotta be like, what you? This is Gold Prestigium by Mancera. Oh, let me read y'all the notes. It is oud, pepper, and bergamot, orange blossom and rose, and then it has vanilla, leather, white musk, and oak moss. For real, y'all, I did not know what to expect when I got this because it's a leather fragrance. And there is leather in it, but it's just not as prominent as I thought it was. But, ooh, this smells so damn good. Okay, so I had Sicily, which I got rid of. This is like what I wanted Sicily to be. It's very citrusy. Now, don't get me wrong. Sicily was good. It had like the citrus, it had the pear, and it had the pineapple and everything. So it was kind of really a fruity, like nice thing, but it just didn't last. This right here, though, this one right here, it has a citrus note and the oud. I mean, this is just really, I can't even explain it. It's very fresh. It's got a freshness to it, but it's a different freshness. It's got a different freshness to it. It's very enchanting. Like, I really like the way it smells. And let me put it on my skin because I don't have. Hi, Elle. Oh, I promise this is worth it. It's just got this freshness to it. It's got this citrusy vibe to it, but it's got this leather going on. So, and the oud. So It's a oud that I'm like, it's got an iteration of oud that I don't really have before. You know, it's got this kind of fresh vibe to it. No, I don't have things like Happy for Man. No. Eugenia, if you would like to see my decant list, hit me with an email or hit me on IG and I can give you the list so you can see what I have. My list though can be very, it's very niche. It's very, not the regular stuff. So this is like, yes. Oh, honey, Rose. Okay, because somebody tell her, what do I think of Rose? What do I think of Rose is greedy? Girl, where you been, Pam? You must be new to the. Yeah, you new to the. You knew up in here. Rose is motherfucking greedy. Oh, okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Rose is motherfucking greedy. Oh man, this is like, ooh, this is so. I mean, honestly, it's very refreshing. It's kind of got this what do I want to say? It's got this kind of like everyday sexy vibe because you can wear this, especially now. Let me say, I think this is more for like spring, fall. I don't see it. I don't think in the dead of wintertime, right? I know you knew, girl. I forgot you knew. Honey, Roses motherfucking greedy. That's all I'm gonna say, Pam. Motherfucking greedy. So you need it. Roses greedy is my number 2. So let me just be clear. Roses greedy is my number 2 man, Sarah. Right? It's my number 2 next to Wild Python. You know, Wild Python is number 1. Roses greedy is number 2. But this one right here is moving up in the ranks, y'all. I think eventually I'm gonna do a top 10 because I did the top 5. I might go back in and do the top 10 of me and Sarah eventually, like in the beginning and sometime next year. I'll do the top 10 because I've done top 5, and this is already in the top 10. I think this is gonna make the top 10, y'all. Because yes, it's gonna make the top 10. Just letting y'all know that right now. Okay, so these are the last. So I got 2 more. And then, I have gone through all 16, 17 of them. Something like that. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, man, I'm about to forget one. Hold on. Let me do this one first. I forgot. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. That's why I have to have notes in my Rocket book. Because y'all know I love my Rocket book. Let me tell y'all how deep I done got into the Rocket book. I done bought highlighters. Kelly, it's on Fragrance X right now. Wild Python is on Fragrance X right now. I just saw it because I was debating if I was going to buy another bottle of it. Because I was thinking, because so everybody wants it and I'm almost out. So I was like, maybe I'll get another bottle and sell off this bottle and just keep the new bottle. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on that because Wild Python is my most popular decant. So let me do this one. And this one right here is this. This is Truth or Dare Naked. This is Peach Blossom, Honeysuckle, Neroli, Cacao, Vanilla Orchid, and Lily of the Valley. It has benzoin, Australian sandalwood, a little oud, and Texas cedar. Man, this is better than I expected. Madge got in for this one. But y'all know I talked about Madge in my sample swap. Madge got in for this one. It's got a really strong peach blossom. Now, let me say this. I don't always like peach because a lot of times peach comes off very artificial in fragrances, and it can be very and peach can go sour on my skin and smell like rotten peach. I don't know if that happens to other people, but for me, peach can be rotten peach on my skin. Smelling like that peach that it's got them black sections on it, and it's just be like smelling like you should have ate that 5 days before. However, this does not. It has peach blossom, so it has a really soft, beautiful peach to it that doesn't go bad on my skin. And then this becomes a really, really delightful and surprisingly good amber. And I know, and let me say, I know that people talk about it. And so that's why I wanted to get it. So for me, this is really good. It's like a very delightful, very surprisingly good amber with, peach with amber. And then, the oud is there, but the oud is well blended. It's very subtle. It's not part, doesn't, um, uh, push into your face or punch you in the face. So this, if you can find it at a good price, it is worth getting. I gotta admit, okay, Madge. Okay, Madge. Okay, Madge. Okay. But yeah, so this peach blossom, this peach smells really good. And I think it's because they use peach blossom and not peach itself. So that's that one. Now, next up is this. All right. Next up is this one. This is True Lust by Libre d'Ange. Libre d'Ange. Okay, yeah, ELDO. Let's just go with ELDO for purposes of this. All right, this has violet, rum, coconut, rose, and ginger. It has osmanthus, lang lang, tangerine, jasmine, and lily of the valley. It also has leather, sandalwood, rice, and ambergris. Now, these are my first ELDOs. I might be getting more into them. I might need to get a few more because I was so, from the names of ELDOs and everything, I was like, okay, so they one of these people like Fat Electrician, all, the things that their names of. I'm like, okay, so they one of these like cool hipster, brands. They're like, Le Labo or Byredo. That's what I'm saying. It was like, oh, okay, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I need this because it's not, it came off like very hipster to me, like the French hipster vibe. But this is a really nice fragrance. It is very powdery. Kia, you will like it. It's powdery. It's definitely got that powdery vibe because it's got that violet in it. But it's got a slight booziness to it. And it wears really well on the skin. It's a very alluring because it's very subtle. It's not like the super in your face scent. It's definitely got a powderiness to it. I'll spray a little on me. Yeah, it's got this booziness of the rum, but then it has like this, what it reminds me? It's kind of like a lipsticky powdery vibe. So it's kind of got that lipsticky vibe to it, but I like it. And it stays on. It's got, it doesn't project out super far, but it stays on my skin and I like it. I like it. So yeah, True Lust. And I got a really, really good deal on this. If you are looking for, go to Fragrance Buy. If Fragrance Buy still got it in, go to Fragrance Buy. And this one right here. So let me go with this one. This last one. Right. Oh, do you? Okay. This one is Dangerous Complicity. Dangerous Complicity. Notes on this one are, let me find them. Rum, Chinese osmanthus, cashmere wood, lang lang, jasmine, coconut, sandalwood, leather, ginger, bay leaf, patchouli, lauranox, and calamus. Okay, so let me tell y'all about this one. I left this for last because I really, really, really. Oh, I'm sorry, Coco. I'm sorry, Coco. I'm sorry you couldn't get it. Keep hope alive. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Dangerous Complicity. Now, let me just tell y'all. They say that this, now, This one is Dangerous. What's the last one? It is True Lust. The one I just did is True Lust. Now, this is the one, though. Wait a minute, girl, before you even... This is Dangerous Complicity. Now, I read the notes, but let me tell y'all about her. I love this one. I absolutely love it. Let me tell y'all, this has got a little booziness, got the rum in it, it's got the osmanthus. You know, it's got some similar notes, but it's done so totally different. Now, let me just tell you, this fragrance right here is just very pretty. And when I say pretty, it's one of those fragrances that you put on and you just feel pretty. This is one of those fragrances when you're having like that day when you're feeling like your look ain't right and everything, and you're just not feeling your 100%. Dangerous Complicity will make you feel just gorgeous. It'll just have you like, what? It's just one of those things. I was just spraying it on me. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I'm telling you, like, this is one of those fragrances for me personally. It was just like, this makes me feel, this just makes me feel like I'm pretty. It just makes me feel like that pretty woman. It feels like, nothing can be said about who I am today. I'm a pretty woman. And it's just like, just oozes femininity to me. I know people say, oh, phrases are gender, and there's no gender. Yes, it is. Okay. This one, though, it just smells like something that when you need to be uplifted, when you need to feel good about yourself, when you just need to because listen, your nose is your olfactory senses are directly connected to your brain, and that's why aromatherapy works. That's why we have scent memories. And this is one of them things that it's like, I'm not feeling good. I don't feel good about myself. I'm not feeling like 100%. I'm gonna put on some Dangerous Complicity because it's just gonna make me feel. It's gonna uplift me. It's gonna make me feel like I'm just this beautiful woman, and nobody can say nothing to me. Come on now. Yep, that's it. That's all I got. Dangerous Complicity. I don't know how I wound up with all these perfumes. So that is it for the blind buys, the good, the bad, and the mud. And really, I've been doing good. So lately, I ain't had a lot of bad ones. I've had some mud. Right. Yeah. So Dangerous Complicity. So that one, girl, ain't nobody. Listen, I'm telling you, just you got this until you only got a few more weeks, Coco. You can stand firm on that, and then just January, just go get what you want. But that one right there, yes. Whew, okay, so that was that, child. That was that. Yes. Whew. Made me feel good about myself. Okay. Makes me feel good about myself. I was just like, damn, I smell good. When I was wearing it, it was just like, damn, I smell good. I just smell fabulous. I just smell glamorous. Don't mess with me. That's how I felt in it. All right. So that's what's going on. So there's that. We done gone through them all. I don't think right. No buys lead to Viva La High buys. Y'all know this. I'm gonna do a whole video. I'm doing a video on no buys hauling and all that other stuff. I'm just gonna have to give y'all a ramble on that. No, that's what. Well, Karen knows that's what it comes. Viva La High buy. Because that's what I call it. Because no buys become Viva La High buys. I'm telling you, a lot of us have that problem where if you say no buy to a lot of us, think about it. If you put yourself on a no buy, a lot of times that's like a starvation. That's like starvation to our brain. So when we say no buy, our brain then says no, buy, ho, buy. Hey, that $10, hey, that $10 one, okay. He was like, yes, yes, yes. But you do hate it when somebody says, oh yeah, the no buy videos are coming in January. So I'm gonna talk about their asses before they get there. Because the no buys are coming. Just know it's coming. Because everybody gonna talk about, oh my God, I'm gonna no buy. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. And you know what? And let me just say this for real. I am not against no buys because I don't care what you do with your money. Right. See, yep, that's what you showed it because you have been buying a lot of makeup lately. Right? Not the Perry Ellis 360 body spray, girl. You've been having that forever. And see, Choco Musk is nice, though. Everybody knows Choco Musk is nice. Choco Musk is my our rehab is our rehab. You know they coming for folks with their little stuff. But and that's right. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I bought my stuff for yes, here's the thing. This is what I call it. Don't call it a no buy. I'm telling y'all, don't call it a no buy. Call it just more thoughtful buy. Call it a thoughtful buy. Just step back before you spend and think about it and give it a day or two if you can. And make it a thoughtful situation. Because I think that's what I think that's what people need to do. I'm putting it in the chat for you, Pam. All right. Right. So it's about being more thoughtful about how you're doing it, and shopping your own stash. And I said I'm gonna start. I guess back in January, I'm gonna start doing shop my stash again because I'm trying to be more, wearing my makeup and things like that. So I probably will have my monthly shop my stash again, and really using that. But I am going to, just so you know, I'm working on December's list. Pam, thank you. But you need to just go on and join Pam. You need to join, girl. Don't do that again. Join my channel so you can be up there in the know when we talking crazy. Yes. I say so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little more shopping of our stash and trying to be a more mindful shopper. Because but thank you, Pam. Look at you looking out for me. I do appreciate that, Pam. That was so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. But we're gonna go and be more mindful shoppers and more thoughtful, because let's just be honest, let's just be real. Once COVID hit, was that it was rough out there. You know what I'm saying? It was rough out there. And what did we have to do? We sat in our houses and shopped. And so it's just and 2020 has been about being very, not being around a lot of people, very insulated, and so it's like, what else did we have to do but to go shopping? And so now it's time to shop. Hi, Stefan. Shop our stashes, be a little more mindful. And even I'm trying to be, even though this does not look mindful, I am going to try to go back to mine 5 a month on fragrances. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm going to try to go back to my 5 only in a month. At the most, it's 5 in a month. And doing it like that, because it's really important that we are just very mindful about those things, because they were getting out of control. Like right now, I really don't have any place to put on my perfume. I just got to be honest with myself. The way I like my beauty area set up, I just don't have no space for them anymore. And it's like, okay, so what you gonna do now? So there has to be some mindfulness about it. But also taking into account I am a channel, so there has to be some things that we try out and purchase. So see, that's what I'm saying. Hey, see, Coco and me, Coco, no, me, we was in it to win it, and especially like for me, how long did it last? 2 months. I did a good 2 months. I did 2 months where I did 5, and then it just went awry. That's yeah, you know, it went. That's what happened. That's what happened, Kia. Um, and it didn't help for me personally. Um, Baby, yes. It didn't help for me personally that when the shutdown happened and the real, like, oh my God, we're stuck in the house, was right at my birthday. So, when they really shut us down and was like, no, this is done, you can't do nothing. I was like, it was my birthday. My birthday was the beginning of April. So when COVID-19, when the world shut down, it was my birthday. So it was like I had nothing better to do but to shop. That's all I could do. I couldn't have no party. It was just like, we were just getting into this COVID world. And it was like, and then Mother's Day was right after that. No, oh no, it ain't my ministry. But see, here's what I'm gonna say. I know that no-buys are not my ministry. Let me tell y'all. I tried to do a no-buy July. This was what? When was that? 2018. I think it was 2018. I tried to do a no-buy July. People be like, right, my birthday, Zoom. It was 2018. I said I'm gonna do a no-buy July. That was nope, I'm not. Nope. I have tried. I don't know what's going on. I'm very concerned. Very concerned, Coco. And that was one of my worst months of shopping ever. I kid you not. That was one of my worst shopping months ever. I bought so much that damn month. It was ridiculous how much I bought. Right? Nice, LG. Go on now. Yeah. Baby. Yeah. So that taught me something. I said, okay, I can never say no bye to myself. So I can put limits on myself, and I can start a limit, or just say, yeah, I'm okay, and and by being more thoughtful or conscious of what I'm doing, then I don't spend as much. Right. And it was like, and no one told me I had to do a no buy July. I just called myself, oh, I'm gonna do a no buy July. I'm not spending no money this month. I'm not spending no money. It was ridiculous how much I spent. It didn't help that was the month that what came out that month? Ace Beauté came out with that collection. That collection came out. Anastasia came out with, what's the first one? Norvina came out. And then there was some other stuff that came out. It was so many new releases in makeup. And then Ulta was doing some stuff where they had all this stuff on clearance, and yeah, it was on. And by the time the dust settled on July, right, it was a wrap. I had spent so much money. I had so much makeup coming in. I think that month alone, I had 25 new palettes. It was close to 20. It was at least 20 new palettes in that July that I bought on my no buy. Hey, Mike, how are you? So yeah, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more to myself. But I will say I'll put some limits on myself. I'll say, okay, that's enough now. And plus, yeah, some things are about to change in my household, so I have to be a little more mindful. So I'm gonna have to be a little more mindful because I'm moving into a family member. So Yeah, I remember because I remember it was Ace Beauté came out with their collection of Paradise Lost or whatever. That one came out, and then I remember Norvina came out because those are the hot things that were coming out. So that was 5 or 6 right there. That was 5 right there that I bought, and then there was a few more. Then it was more after that. So it was a long month. Oh, I did get some good stuff. Okay, see, so yeah, see what I'm saying, Pam? We gotta chill a little bit. We gotta chill a little bit. We gotta chill a little bit. I have, but I did see you got your refer brushes. I got mine, Pam. Mine will be here this week. I'm excited. I got the refers. I'm in the crew now. I'm in the crew. I had the Mega Mothership because Miss Karen gave it to me, so I've got the Mega Mothership. I like it. I like it. It's good. It's good. Hi, you know. I mean, it's a good month. Now, there's a few more things I want to get before the end of the year. I'm waiting to see what Milani does on their sale. I need them to hit their Black Friday sale up so I can get a couple of things for them. I still want them blushes. I haven't bought them yet. There's a few more. There's a couple of Manceras I want to. 3 Manceras I want like right now. 3 more before the end of the year. There's 3 that I want, and then I'll be chill. But I'm like such a Mancera hoe. Mancera should be paying me as much as I buy their shit. As much as I pump them up, Mancera should be sending me some shit soon. I'm gonna have to. Mancera gonna have to send me some shit soon. I'm just saying. It's just. I'm just saying. Pam. Yes. Okay. So yeah. At this point, Pam, though, I get it because, like, doing a review on Mega Mothership right now, it's like everybody's done it. That's why Perfume is so fun and so good because you can review stuff that's been around. You can talk about perfumes because they don't age the same way that makeup does. Perfume doesn't age the same way. So that makes it more interesting as for a channel that to do because it really doesn't age as much. Right? So, right. So, yep. So that's where I am right now. Now, once again, we are coming up on Live Miss. Well, pretty much Live Miss. So get ready for December because I'm going to be putting out a lot of content. I'm working on the schedule right now, trying to get it together and make sure it's tight and cute. And so I got to work on that. If you have any suggestions for any content you would like to see in December, hit me up, leave me a little say what you would like to see. But yeah, because it's going to be, I'm working on some things. I'm trying to put together something about 2020, a little kind of thing to do during this time. Mancera is new to you, honey. I have a Mancera collection. Pam, I have a Mancera collection video where I went over my first 20 that I own. So if you want to see like an overview of a lot of the Manceras, go ahead and you can find that. And it's my Mancera collection. So it's 20 of them I did. So if you really want to see like just a bunch, especially from a woman's point of view, because the thing about Mancera is that most of the people who talk about Mancera, women are just getting into Mancera. We're just getting into it. Whereas men talk about Mancera all the time. So usually the ones that we hear about are the ones that are either perfectly unisex or lean more masculine. And so, it's about us. I try to, talk about it from the standpoint of, women, and the ones that we would like. Which 3 Manceras am I planning to buy? Oud Orchid, Oud Vanille, and Oud Cafe. Those are the 3 I'm getting. Oud, I might. Yeah. Yeah. And that's my thing about it is because, everything, you hear about red tobacco, sea dry boy, things that lean a little more masculine, whereas, we like it. And Mancera has a great collection of things for women, yeah, we're taking it over, child. We are taking it over. I think at this point, I got about 30 of them. I got about 30. So I definitely got, I'm getting up there with Eric from Centrifugal Force. I'm sure he's got more at this point, but I'm getting up there with Eric. Girl, see, that's what I'm saying, Kia, because it's so interesting to me how the fragrance world, especially on YouTube and everything, is male dominated. Who knew that men ran this stuff the way they do? Because everything is about men and their fragrances. Say that again. Hold on. Say this again. Which one do you have in your cart? What you got in your cart? Which one you got in your cart? Let's see which ones you got. Yeah, so it's about let me see which H you got, girl. Let's see. I have tried Instant Crush. Yummy's hair is gorgeous. Yummy's hair is so pretty. And you see how I like you, Yummy, because I put up a compliment for you. Yummy's, I love her locks. They're so pretty. I've tried Instant Crush. I don't like it for me. And the reason why I don't like it is because it leans a little too masculine for me. And when I was wearing it, it smells good. But what it felt like to me when I wore Instant Crush was like I had hugged a man. You know how you hug somebody and their scent is on you? That's what it smelled like to me on me. So it wasn't that it smells very good. But what it smelled like to me on me personally was that like a man had it smelled like a guy. I had hugged a guy and it was like, and his scent was left on me. So I was like, nah, I don't like that. And I've never, nah. So nah, not for me personally. I know a lot of people love it. It's not me. Hey, let's not have no gang about locks, because listen, if y'all just know me now, there was a moment when I was locking. It lasted about 4 months and then I took them down. It lasted 4 months. And there were certain things about the lock thing that, yeah. So, and my dog, if y'all, the people who don't know, B has locks. So, yeah, it lasted for like 4 months and then it was gone. And I was like, that's enough. I'm done. But let me tell y'all part of the issue I had let me tell y'all something. Don't ever say to me about things about journey. I don't like the word journey. I don't like the word journey. Let me just say that. I don't like the word journey. Mancera Pearl, that's one of my favorites. Y'all know that's Mancera Pearl is what got me into Mancera, because the first Mancera I bought was Indian Dream, and Indian Dream was okay. It was okay. But see, this is the problem. Right here, I cannot commit to them. So let me tell y'all what happened. So for the people who ain't never heard about it. Ooh, this will see Wild Cherry. Okay, Pearl, Sea Drop Boy. Now, Sea Drop Boy, Pam, leans very masculine. I'm just letting you know, I don't have it, but from everything I've heard about it, men love Sea Drop Boy. So if you're going to get it, you might be giving it to your husband. But I'm just letting you know, that's it. I don't have Uvani. That's the only one I don't have on your list. And Sea Drop Boy. Roses Vanilla, of course. Wild Cherry, yes. Wood Exclusive, yes. Roses Green, yes. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna have Oud Orchid and Oud Vanille before the end of the weekend. And for everybody who doesn't know, I sell decants. I have a Black Friday sale. I'm letting y'all know a little bit early. Is that it is going to be buy 5 and you can get 2 that are $10 and under for free. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was just letting you know, Pam, that it's very, C Drop Bois is very masculine. So let me tell y'all what happened in my life. Let me tell y'all about hair and things like that. Journey. Roses Greedy and Roses Vanille are not that close together. Roses Vanille is very sugary, sweet. I didn't know you had Oud Vanille and Oud Orchid, Heifer. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of bullshit that happens. I had no idea you had both of them. Okay, Coco, I'm not talking to you no more. Roses Greedy has a little sugar, but it's more of a beautiful spring rose. So Roses Greedy is more spring-like, more brunch vibe. Roses Vanille is a sweet, sugary rose. Just so you know. So there's a difference. They vibe definitely differently. There's a sweetness to Roses Greedy because there's a sugar note in it, but it isn't super sweet. That's why I like it. So the locks, let's just go with the locks. Let me tell you what happened with the locks of me. First off, when I was getting my locks done, and this was like, now let me just tell y'all, me getting locks was like a whim. I just decided, I said, I think I'm gonna get some locks. And then, and then I said, let me go get some locks. And my B kept saying, don't get no locks because you can't, because I can't commit. My hair is just my hair. So I go to get these locks put in. And part of the reason why I got the locks so quick is because I put it out there. I posted it on Facebook and everybody's like, yeah, I think I'm going to get locks. I was like, oh, these heifers ain't going to get locks before me. Let me just go and get these locks put in. So I go get these locks put in. So it was a chick I knew, and I called her around. She was like, she gave me a good price. She was like, oh, it's not going to take that long. And I kept going, are you sure? Now, the thing is, she was looking at my hair the way it looks now. Now, come on, y'all. You Black. Shrinkage is real. See, I like white florals too, girl. I like everything. And so, for some reason, and my hair is fine, but I got a lot of it. So I went and, so first off, she didn't expect my hair. Yes, you should get Roses Barbaranza. That's my favorite Lancome. That's my favorite Maison Lancome. Did she say should she get Roses Barbaranza? Yes. Wild Python. Yes, it is one of the most delicious white floral. Dre, that's my favorite Mancera. Come on now. Wild Python, you need it. So yes, you need it. So let me tell you. So I was like, so she's doing my hair, and as she's doing, she's like, your hair is a lot longer than I thought it was. Yeah, you think shrinkage is real? Thank you, because when you put my hair in this out, I got some length. It's about, I got some length. So that was first, and then so because it was so much more hair than she thought, she gave me the crown of my hair. It was too thick. So anyway, now the issue was when I was going to get my hair done, and she was like, and I was in the salon. This guy was like, one of the stylists. He was like, yeah, because you're not. Listen, I'm doing 5 by 5. Am I back on? Am I back on? Okay. Okay, I'm back on. Okay. Yeah, it was the internet. For some reason, it kicked me off my internet. My internet kicked me off and it had me on Xfinity when it should have been on my actual internet. I don't know what that was about. Okay, so I'm back. Yay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Yeah, so when I was getting so anyway, where was I at? What was the last thing y'all heard? Put back on. Put what on? What's she putting on? Girl, you better put that stuff on, Leah. I just saw what you. Okay, so my crown was too thick, so she made them too thick for my hair. And then the issue was that I almost stopped right then. Was as I was getting my hair done, this guy goes, "Welcome to the community. Welcome to the La community, sister." So let me tell you why that irritates me. From this really irritates me because I hate the divisiveness in our community when it comes down to hair. I really hate it. I can't stand the natural hair movement as a movement. I can't stand any of it. And so when he said that, I almost had to stop right then. And I was like, yeah, because this whole thing where we divide ourselves with something so stupid as hair is annoying to me. It's so interesting how it is now. I have been natural since 1996. Okay. Put me right off, honey. I've been natural since 1996, and it wasn't. And of course, when I did it, there was no movement, there was no journey, there was none of that shit. When I cut my hair off, it was strictly because I was working out and I had to relax on my hair. Okay. Okay, so I'm having issues with Xfinity tonight. Uh, okay, so there we go. So I'm back. So I really don't like this whole thing about hair because I have seen how it went with the whole hair community. Like for instance, when I cut off my hair back in 96, there was no journeys, there was no big chops, there was nothing like that. Am I back? And I just did it because I was just tired of my hair. And yeah, the internet is tripping. And so I was like, and so I just didn't, I cut my hair off. And so for a long time I had every cut, I had every shade of blonde in my hair. I kept it really short. I have to find the pictures to show you how I looked back then. Right. No, but no, nothing, there was nothing about my hair, people weren't, oh, and so, right. And so then it was like, so when I finally grew my hair out, oh my God, the hair community is ridiculous. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. So, so I started growing my hair out like years ago. And um and when I first grew my hair out, this is before natural hair was popular or anything. This was like 2005, 2006. So natural hair wasn't popular. And and I just was not going to put a relaxer in my hair because it had been so long. By that time I was like 10 years deep without a relaxer. No braids, nothing. And I was just like, nah, that's cool. I'm not gonna do it, So I just started letting it grow out. And my hair was just doing its thing. And back then, I kid you not, hairstylists would give me their cards. Hey, in case you want to get your hair done. I kid you not. I could be out like this, like my hair just be like, doing this usual thing. And back then, it was nothing, no products or anything we're talking about. So I was just water and conditioner kind of chick. So I used to get that shit all the time. People be like trying to help me out with my hair. Bitch, fix your fucking hair. Basically, that's what they were saying. Bitch, fix your hair, right? So I want to say 2009. My hair grown out, but I became really ill in 2000, into 2008, 2009. So toward the end of 2009, due to so much that I've been through, my hair it had taken a toll on my hair. I cut it all off again. Now, at this point, I'm not watching YouTube and all that stuff. I really wasn't I wasn't into YouTube or anything like that. And so then I was like, I'm someplace, right? So then I'm out someplace, and these girls are like, oh, you did a big chop. Oh, you're welcome to the natural hair community. Yeah. Right. And then they're like, and I'm looking at them, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm looking at them like, what are y'all talking about? I have no clue what they talking about. And I was like, well, I had someone said, babies, this ain't new to me. And they're like, oh, okay. I mean, they trying to give me advice and shit, right? That's when I found out, oh, this shit, then that's when I started looking. So it's like in the 2009 going to 2010, I was like, oh, so this shit is real. And so then that's when I was finding out about the natural hair community, hey, Rose, and everything. Right, girl. Now, the good thing was, Yummy, when you're saying that, Kia, is that I was lucky enough that I dealt with my cousin, and my cousin did natural hair for years. So she was, that was her thing. My cousin was one of the first people to do sister locks, because one of my cousins, she's like a master hair colorist. And she'd been doing sister locks for at least 20 years, about almost 20 years. So, the thing, it just annoys me. Right. Yep. And so that was, and in my family, it was like, okay, you got short hair. Okay. You ain't got no, okay, no. And so my family never tripped on stuff like that. So I didn't have that whole thing where people in my family was like, oh my God, look at your hair. We didn't care about that shit. But over time, as I started seeing the natural hair community, I was like, these motherfuckers are ridiculous. I mean, like the things that happen in the natural hair community, like they really want to govern your hair. You went to bed at 7 a.m. Well, now you're awake now. They want to govern your hair. You know what I'm saying? They want to govern your hair. They want to tell you what to do. And they are fucking Nazis. And so when I was getting the locks, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not getting involved in this. And it was so interesting because I had, I really don't fuck with the natural hair shit. There was like at one point, there was a website. And years ago, they were asking for people to talk about their natural hair. And they sent me this whole questionnaire about it, right? And I didn't do it. And what I wrote about was, I said, pretty much what I said was, I hate the natural hair community. And I said it from the standpoint of not hating it because I hate natural hair, because I have it, but all of the divisiveness that it brings about. And all this, how we're going to, we're doing this and we need to do this about it with our hair. And the interesting thing is how it has changed. Like, for instance, I can walk around with my hair like this and people be like, hey, sister, hey, queen, hey, da. Now let me go on and straighten my hair out. Like, so say if I blow dry my hair and flat iron it, I get a different response. So there's those two camps. So there's the camp that'll be like, oh my God, your hair looks so beautiful. And then there's the camp of the natural hair people like, oh, she's gonna straighten her hair out. I have literally had women, I've had people come to me like, oh, you got to relax in your hair because I straightened my hair. No, I just straightened it one day. And then the lock community, it's like, really, what is going on with you? You know, and then that's another space in the natural hair community. And I just find it like, y'all, listen, we got enough that we are dividing ourselves about. Let's not divide ourselves about our hairstyles. And that's what's really sad. I mean, we already got issues with colorism within our community, which is a colorism is all over the world. But then we're gonna stack it with your hair types and your hair, how your hair is, what your hair looks like. Listen, like I said, wear your hair however you want to wear it. If you want to wear wigs, if you want to wear weaves, if you want to wear braids, if you want to relax, if you want to wear natural, wear whatever way you want, and it shouldn't make a difference. And that's the sad thing, you know, and that's the sad thing. So when that guy was like, welcome to the community, sis, I was like, and then I watched some videos, and I don't know who these girls were, but I watched this video, and I was watching this girl talk. You know, I was watching this girl about locks and styles at the time when I had put the locks in. And right, we got hair typism. Right, we got hair typism. And honey, right, baby, listen, let me tell you, I don't wear a lot of wigs. I said I'm going to get back to wearing wigs, but let me straighten out my hair. I promise you, you look so pretty. I'm like, what the fuck did I look like before then? You know what I'm saying? What do I look like normally? Oh my God, you look so pretty. Now you can say you look so different. That's a different look on you. Oh, that's a cute little look, right? Right. And then it's like, so I was like, so I'm watching this girl, and then apparently she took her locks out. Baby, the lock community attacked that chick like rabid dogs, to the point that this girl was apologizing, had to turn off comments on shit because the lock community was coming for her. And then I saw another chick that they was doing that for. I was like, what? I mean, they were like, I'm so disappointed in you. You were my lock, whatever, angel or whatever they was calling her. And I can't believe you done this. And I was like, y'all too invested in this woman's hair. Y'all are too invested in what this woman does with her hair. And then to tell her what she needs to do with her hair. I was like, this is fucking sane. This is fucking sane. I was like, oh, okay. Me and this. Right, and I'm cool, like sometimes I'll pull out my hair and wear it straight for a minute. But no, okay, there's too much. Hunty. I was like, these motherfuckers is insane. I mean, like, they was like rabid dogs on this poor girl. It was like hate. She was getting, listen, it was so much hate. There were other people doing videos about the hate about her hair. Wait a minute. Have y'all heard about, I don't know if it's still around, but there was a point where there was a natural hair sorority. A natural, did y'all hear about this? There was they called themselves a natural hair sorority, right? I got in it. It was a group on Facebook. There was a natural hair sorority. This is the funniest shit. I was like in there, like infiltrating, making on my own personal page. You had to come up with your natural hair sorority name, sister, whatever. You had to come up with a name. They had some sayings and all kind of shit that, and they were serious, and it was like they had rules and regulations. I was like, are these broads serious? It was the funniest shit ever. And it was like, they had, and it was huge. It was so big. The crazy shit was that it had thousands of members. And I was like, I kept telling people, they're gonna kick me out soon, because I would not create my sorority name, my natural hair sorority name. Yes, right, because I was still in there, and it was like they were still getting right, right, right. I'll straighten my hair sometimes, but listen. My flat iron is about, I kid you not, I think that damn thing is 12 years old, but it's still rocking because I barely use it. Because there was a time I straightened my hair out a little more, but I don't, every once in a while I'll do it. You know, somebody, listen, if you wear your hair and it ain't straight, at some point somebody's going to say that to you. And so I've been hearing that for years. And I'm telling you, I heard that, right. I heard that back when, like I said, when people were handing me their cards to help me do my hair. So, I have been natural since 96. So I'm going on 25 years that I've never, and for 10 years, I never had heat in my hair. So until 2006, because I went out of town, I was going to New York, and I decided I wanted to, and my hair grown out, and I wanted to see what it looked like. And that was the first time I had put heat in my hair, and I went and got my hair done before I left town to go to New York. And I didn't even get a flat iron. All she did was blow dry my hair and curl it. And baby, it was, I had never, my scalp was so not used to it. It felt like my scalp was on fire for days. It was like my hair was on fire for days. So I was like, what the hell? And so, and that's what taught me that I really wasn't going to do that. Right. And that is exactly the way you should live your life. And honestly, that is the way we all should live our lives. At some point, we have to stop worrying about what people say or think about us, and be happy and be ourselves. And if you don't know you don't know me or anything, I promise you, the person that you see here right now is the person you'll meet in person. And too often, people live their lives trying to make other people happy and making them feel good, and they are the unhappiest people ever. And so that is why that's part of what we're going to be talking about on my membership side, because I think that's very important that we find a place, especially as women. Women, we live our lives trying to please everybody around us and never please ourselves. So many women live their lives trying to please everybody around them, trying to be this perfect person, and they are fucking unhappy. And then they're wondering, and which breeds, illnesses, stress, all these things, because they're so busy trying to be that person that everybody has told them they should be. And never happy, and never really, just content, just there's a sadness that you can see in those people, bitterness, sadness, bitterness, things like that. Those are the things that are part of so many women, because they're trying so hard to be what everybody says they should be. You got to be this good girl. You have to be this. You have to be, this. No, you know what you got to be? You got to be the person that makes you happy, because life ain't promised, and life is short, can be short. So you must live your life to make you happy. Hi, middle class mama. Hello. Hi, Shakia. And that's the truth of it. I I have seen life be gone in a moment. And so that taught me, that you must live your life for you. You must make yourself happy. And yes, you want to make the others around you happy, but it shouldn't be at the expense of your happiness, So, and that's what we and women have to learn that. And I'm saying women, and I know men gonna be like, but men don't do it as much as we do, because we are taught that we are to take care of everybody, and we're supposed to do this and we're supposed to do that, and become selfless. It's about being selfless. Fuck selflessness. Selflessness is nothing more than you being a punching bag, a slave, a servant to the people around you. Because let me tell you something, the people who tell you to be selfless are usually living their most selfish life, and that's okay. Right? That part. So you have to find a place for you that works for you, and don't worry about everybody. I mean, that's like, for instance, just in the things that we do here, we like perfume. We buy perfume. There are people who gonna look at you, oh my God, that's just way too much perfume. Oh my God. Okay, well, that might be too much for you, but I love it, and it gives me enjoyment. So fuck you. And that's what you have to start doing, and stand firm in your fuck you. Because that's the one thing that will keep you going. Because that's the problem. We don't stand, most people don't stand firm in that fuck you. What the fuck you? Who cares what you think about my life? We don't stand firm in that. And what happens is that we don't do that, and then we allow these people to make us feel bad about who we are, what we like to do, all these things. If you ain't hurt nobody, if it makes you happy, fuck them people. Fuck them people. And it's about letting go of that shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you all. For me, it became easier for me. Let me say this. It became easier for me because my parents were gone and I was so young. My father was gone at 16, almost 17. But I tell them fuck you. So so there you go. And so that was that. And then once my mom was gone, it kind of released me, because those were the two people in life that I worried about pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Because we do want to please people. Now, don't get me wrong, I was still myself, and my parents instilled that in me to, be who I wanted to be. But I, I did certain things trying to be, please my mother. Not that she asked a lot of me, but once that happened, I told all them people that I was nice to for my mother. You know what I'm saying? Not that my mama you said I had to be a certain person, but the people that I was nice to because my mama wanted me to, I told them, I said, my mama dead, so I ain't got to be nice to y'all asses anymore. And that was the end of that. And so hence Lulu. And I was already that person. As a kid, that's what I was taught. My parents told me to stand firm in who I was. And I appreciate that. That was one of the best things they ever taught me, was to not back down from who I was, and to be, be who I was. And so I always was. And that's a very hard space, because we're taught to conform. We are taught that it's best to be like everybody else. And now we have a world that is filled with people who are trying to be like everybody else, and are stressing themselves if they can't reach that level of, where they feel like they should be. That whole being, keeping up with the Joneses is real. And so you must find a space that says, no, I'm just gonna live, I'm gonna be happy doing exactly what I want to do. And fuck all these people around you who think that it's not right or silly or stupid or anything that takes away from your happiness, your peace in your household, in yourself. And sometimes it's the people closest to you are doing the worst damage to you. We know this. So you have to be strong enough to look at those people and walk away from them, because sometimes for your own peace of mind, for your own sanity, for your own life, it's important that you walk away that are the closest to you. I don't know how I can help you out, but I don't know how I can help you out with that one, right? Right? Right. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The one thing you can do for yourself, middle class mama, is to find some time within your week that's just for you. Now, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to have to stand firm and get some space and time for yourself. That's just about you. And you're going to have to stand firm on that. Now, even if it's just going to take a walk and thinking about things outside of your life, even if it's just going for a walk for an hour, once or twice a week, where you are away from everybody, you know, where you're away from everybody and are able to sit in your time, then that is what you need to do. And then and be willing to look into how you're going to live your life on your own if necessary. I'm not telling you that, but I'm saying you need to figure out that those times for yourself so that you can think about your life, where you want to be, what you want to do, and just decompress for an hour. And that's one of the hardest things to do, is to just decompress and find some time, because you obviously have a seriously heavy plate of responsibilities. And what happens, I've always said, is that the plate gets cracked. And now let me tell you how that works. People will heap things onto your plate because they know you'll take care of it. But what happens is your plate gets cracked. Yeah. Your plate gets cracked. And let me tell you something, when your plate gets cracked or it breaks, those people who have been on top or who have put all that weight on it will go ahead and walk away and take care of themselves. So always remember that other than your children, everybody else can take care of themselves at some point. Every adult can figure it out. The only people that you are responsible for and to make sure that they're okay are your kids. That's it. The rest of them, and let me tell you, do what you got to do. Sometimes it is not always the pretty things, but what you have to do is take care of you and your kids, because those are the ones that are important, because they are the young ones. The rest, give them some space and they can do what they're going to do. If you got animals and you can't take care of them, then it's time to go and get rid of that. And then you just go ahead and then, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do. You got to take the time, because if you start giving yourself some time, then you'll have time to think about what is important and get rid of the things that you cannot do. You can't do everything. And that's the truth. We take on too much and we try to do everything, because people will keep piling on shit on top of you if you keep making it happen. So there's got to be a point that you say, I can't do all this. And so then you start trimming away the things that you cannot do, that are not necessary for your, that are not necessary, and get down to what you need to do and handle that, and then figure out the rest from there. But you got to be willing to say no to something. I'm not, no, that ain't gonna happen. And if there's and you got animals, or those pets or anything, So, right. 12 years? Girl, bye. That's almost your life. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So, we're not, I can't tell you because I don't know everything and I don't know your economic status. I don't know how you do all those things, but start looking into what you can do. There's programs out there. There are ways that you can go back to school. There's so many things that maybe you need to be looking into to make sure that you are, but if these things are too much for you, then find some space for you, because that will start clearing your mind, because you need that space. You need to be able to clear your mind to think about what is important and get and standing firm on what's important. If you can't do all of that, then do the things you can do and say, listen, that ain't gonna happen. But I can't say what happens in your lifestyle or your relationship. I don't know your husband. I don't know anything like that. So you have got to figure out what works for you and how you're going to go forward. We wish you well, and I want every woman to be happy. Let me tell you something. I really do want every woman that I come in contact with to find a better place in their lives. Not saying that you're going to be perfect. Not saying that, it's going to be like just, peaches and cream, but I just do want every woman to live a better life than they might have been before, and think about things maybe in a different way, and think about themselves more than they did yesterday. I always say be more than you were yesterday and less than you will be tomorrow, because that's the only thing we can be in life. We can always be more than you were yesterday and less than you will be tomorrow. Right. Yes. And yes. And reach out to professionals if you can, you know. Mm. I don't know your husband, so I can't tell you what to do. And I don't know your dynamic, so I can never tell you what to do. I know what I would do, but I cannot tell you what to do. And what I want, but like Coco said, if you feel, reach out and find you someone to talk to professionally, then do that if you have to. But understand, so I don't know your dynamic. I don't know what you should do in that situation, because I'm not living that life. And I can see that. Okay, let me ask you this. How old are you all? Maybe that's another question we need to ask. How old are you and how old is he? That's the question. Because you have to remember, my perspective is from my personality and how I relate to things. And does wild python have a leather note? I'm not sure, Leah. Let me look. I don't. It might. Let's see. It's from my perspective and how I react to things. So I would never tell somebody how to react to something, especially if I don't know both sides. I don't know both players, things like that. Let's see. Does it have a leather note? Mm-mm. Nope. I didn't think it did. Nope, it doesn't. Right. Yep. You can get you a counselor, talk to somebody, work it out, and just, work on you. And, let me say this. I used to be that person who would start something and not finish it. And I have a friend like that who will start some stuff and never finish it. That's just some people's personalities. And it just depends on what you can handle. And so, yeah, you need to talk to somebody and see how you're going to handle that, because I'm not a counselor and I don't know you or him or all the dynamics, the financials, all the things that have to be put in, that are in. Okay, well, see, you think of him, he's an amazing man, so you love him and you care about him. So let me say this. There are people who are just like that, who just really What sign is he? What sign is he? That might tell us. But yeah, so it's just so there might need to be, because we don't know him or you, there needs to be some conversation about what the things that are happening. And perhaps you need to really just let your husband know that it's becoming too much for you. And there has to be some, oh, yeah, y'all young. Okay, now it's making sense to me. You 36, he is 31. Y'all in a different place than we are. Okay, so my response, what I would tell you, is coming from the space of being 53. Yeah, and you need to talk to him about, listen, and we need to get some counseling, and because this is becoming too much. So we have got to figure out how we're going to do this. You know what I'm saying? You really do, because y'all are still young enough where y'all could turn this around and have a beautiful, wonderful life. But you need to be honest, and y'all need to figure this out together, because you are a couple. So it can't just, and he might not even, and let me tell you something about men. He might not even know that he's doing this to you. He might not even know how much is too much for you, because I bet you just handle everything and don't say anything, because that's what we do as women. No, but you had them. Okay, so, but I promise you, I bet you all the things you just do it really well, and you don't say too much, and but inside you're internalizing all of this and feeling like, oh my God, everything is on me and I'm overwhelmed. And he doesn't see it, because you take care of everything, because that's what we as women do. We take care of things. That's what we do. And so you have to be willing to be honest and say straight up, I can't do all this. This is too much. And then y'all got to work it out and get some counseling and things to work it out for real, consistently, to get it to, so y'all can make it through. Because I would never say somebody should break up with somebody. No, because that's not my space. Because I don't know you and I don't know any of those dynamics. But what I will say, yes, that's what I said. That's what I think. That's what I'm saying, Coco. It ain't that he's asking her to do it. She's doing it on her own, because that's what she does. So it's up to you to not take on as much. So if he's not expecting that much of you, but you're doing it, then you got to work on that side of it and make sure there's some equity in it, because you're doing all this and he probably doesn't think anything's wrong, because you are cool with it and you jump right in and help out and do everything. Well, you can't expect him to not do those things if he doesn't see a problem in it, or he doesn't know how it's affecting you, or he doesn't know that it's too much. You have to be strong enough to tell him that. Yeah. Yeah, you got to. That's something you have to be willing to talk about, instead of taking it on and just being like, "Oh my God, this is so overwhelming," and keeping it to ourselves and internalizing it. Because see, what happens is we will internalize and internalize until we blow up, and then the man doesn't even know why we're blowing up, because you haven't been telling him. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give y'all this one right quick. Oh Lord, y'all Aries. I'm an Aries, so I get it. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, I get it now. Okay. But anyway, so you have to be willing to step and say, no, we're gonna have to talk about this. But let me say this about men. Men, you have to be clear in what you say. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick lesson on men that I understand from communicating with men, and this is men of any man is in your realm. This isn't just about the man, your lover, or anything like that. Any man that you have to deal with, right? Okay. So when it comes down to communication, the way we have the left side and the right side of the brain. The left side is the analytical side. It's very precise. It's very it hears and it processes exactly what you hear. The other side of the brain, the right side, is your creative side. It is the side where nurturing and all those things come up, the emotional side. In order for words to move to the other side, for the nuances of language, it has to go through brain matter called corpus callosum. Men have less corpus callosum than women, and so what happens is, and what that means is that when we say something, when something is said, for instance, when something is said, I talk about it like a rock in water. So when you speak, water drops into it, and that's what men hear, and that's what they process. So the words are just like that. When the rock hits the water, boom. What women hear is the nuances. So we get the ripples, the nuances of the communication. That's why, for instance, we as women can use one word and we understand what that word means, which is girl. Depending on the inflection of girl, and all we got to do is say girl, we know exactly what we're talking about. When we're out, we can say girl. You can look at your friend and say girl, and your friend will know exactly what you're talking about, right? Right? So there's that. But what happens is with a man, and y'all notice, if you send a man to do something, like say you send him to the store and you send him with this list. Now, he's not going to go and do anything other than what's on the list, because that's the way they think. So they don't think about, oh, but what about this? Oh, I could probably use this. And so that's the difference. So when it comes to communicating with a man, we have a tendency as women to communicate with them like we communicate with each other, which means that we say something and we expect them to get the nuances of it and understand that even though I said this, I really meant this because you didn't catch that, right? What you have to say with a man is exactly what you mean. You cannot do the whole expect him to understand because of the inflection of your voice or the look on your face. He's not looking at that. If you don't say this is this, he's not going to hear that. And that's the one thing we as women do. And so here's the other thing we as women do. We say, well, why can't he understand? It's a biological thing that men do not process language the same way we do. So if you understand that, then you can communicate with most men better than you ever did. So instead of expecting them to understand these nuances and these emotions involved in our words, you just matter of fact tell a man what you need him to know, and that's that. Well, the thing about starting things and he does not finish, that's going to be a conversation you have to have with him. And I don't understand, and I can't tell you how to do that. Yeah, exactly. So to tell him, that has to be a conversation about, okay, babe, now you've done this. See, here's the things you got to say. When you come to him with that, you got to come with your facts and make him see what you mean. So you can't come to him like emotional in reference to him starting stuff and not finishing. It has to be analytical, and you have to explain to him why you're saying it. So as opposed to coming with emotion, because that's what we as women come with, emotion, like this is this. All they hear is Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. You have to come analytical. So if you come be like, okay, babe, so let's just, you remember you started that and, that stopped. And why did you do that? You need to ask those leading questions and make sure that you go through all that so then he can see, well, I've been doing this a lot. And then, make him think through something before you, because here's the thing about, and you have to, and because I'm a business major, I have a finance major, I understand business a little more. You have to ask the leading questions. You have to ask the leading questions. So doing this, what is the outcome? How do you plan on doing this? That's the type of things you need to ask and get him to commit some thoughts to that. And how are you going to do this? And what is your next plan? And what if this doesn't work? What's your next? See, you need to, because we as Aries, I'm an Aries too, we have a tendency to be very, oh, we got an idea and we're going to do it. You got this, we have an idea, and because we are very creative spirits in reference to that. So we see the big picture, but we don't see the details. So you must talk to him about the details in order for him to see, maybe I need to think about this again, or maybe you have to be a partner in that situation. You can't just say, oh, okay, and let him go about his merry way doing something and then sit up there and take on all this responsibility because he's off doing something. You need to be a partner with him. You need to make it a thought partner kind of vibe and have that conversation. Make him really sit down and really think about things about that. All right, Coco, see you. And I'm about to go too, because it's like almost 12:30 at night and I'm a little tired. But that's one of the things you must do. You must sit there when he's talking about starting something, be like, okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? What's the plan? Make him really think about the plan, because I promise you, he's not thinking about the plan. He's just thinking about the big picture. So start to work, make him chunk down the plan. And then 31 and you're 36, since he wants to do businesses, so it don't matter about he's pissing you off. And if he wants to be into business, then he needs to be going and learning things like business planning, marketing, things like that. See, those are the things that need to happen in order for you to have a business. And that's what you need to be talking about. How do you really want to do this kind of stuff? Well, then you need to get some education on it. And you can get education on things like running a business and how this works and things like that. And that's what's important. But you got to be strong enough to talk about that and actually have resources available when you say, okay, so you want to do this. So let's talk about this. And you need to have some resources available to say, let's talk about you doing this. And you got to be strong enough to say it. You got to be strong enough to say, you got to stop sitting in your love and he's an amazing man. Because if that's really, truly what you're having a problem with, you got to be strong enough to have that conversation. We can't have it for you. All right, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I know I got a little preachy, so he don't do nuances. So you don't talk to him in nuances. I'm telling you, never talk to a man in nuances. They don't hear you. You speak to them plainly, get your point across, say what you got to say, because that's what they hear. That's what they hear. All right, y'all. It was good seeing y'all as always. Let me get out of here because I got to do something at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So for everybody who is not a member of the channel, feel free to go there and hit that join button so you can be part of the, Amazon tribe kind of conversations we're going to be having in there. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.